All right, this is gonna be a special kind of message. It's an audio recording. But basically, this is gonna be about basically medications, bruh, and a little bit what I'm going through too, man. I think they're forcing me to take Abilify right now, and what I noticed is it's been causing like a bunch of stress demons and shit, demonic spirits. But this is what it does. But this is what all these medications do. Like I said, bro, medications is definitely not the answer. We know that. We already know that shit, bro. We already know all that shit satanic. That's why Jesus never gave nobody medications. You never saw Jesus giving nobody medications. No, he was using the power of God to heal people. And this is what I'm saying. You got a bunch of this whole devil system. This is how the fallen angels created everything, crafted everything. It's like saying, oh, people need medication. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't need medications. So you gotta understand, like, everybody's just a bunch of paid actors, bro. Like, they basically paid actors, but for the devil, bro. All these people that take these medications, bro, they paid actors for the devil. That's what they are, bro. They actors for the devil because they work for the same kingdom. All these people that take these medications and are happy about it, they actually paid actors for Satan. For Satan, that's what they do. Everybody in these group homes taking these medications, bro, they actually secret witches, and they're like, oh yeah, I love my medication. They're like, no, you a secret witch, paid actor into the occult. That's what you are. And some people, do they like their medications? Do they like being, demonically possessed by medications? Yeah, I guess some people like that shit. They crave that shit. But me, I work on the power of God, so I don't crave taking satanic medications and loving all that, demonic energy. No, I don't like demonic energy. So that's why I battle. That's why I battle against demonic energy, because all this medications, bro, it has demonic energy attached to it. So that's what I notice about these people, man. And I'm not gonna say like they even don't like the medication too, but like it's different when you follow God, man. The medication is a lot worse for you, because guess what? You work on the power of God. You work on the power of the real, like Jesus and the truth and the Holy Ghost. So of course the medication definitely ain't gonna be for you, because you work with the Holy Spirit. You work with God. You work with Jesus. So that's why, like, some people, they may take medication. They'll be like, oh yeah, the medication works for me. No, because you love the devil. You love the devil. That's why the medication works for you, because you love the demonic spirits and demons and entities of the devil, of all these demons and monsters in hell. You love that energy. That's why people smoke weed. That's why people do drugs, because they love that demonic energy. They love all those demonic spirits. That's why you see all the people doing drugs, because they love that shit. They love the demons. They love Satan. They love Satan's kingdom. They love the chaos demon. They love all that shit, So some people, they like it actually makes them happy to be stressed out. It makes them happy to feel demonic energy. They don't like peace. They don't like heaven. They don't like peace. They like suffering. People love suffering. That's why nobody fights against that stuff, because they love suffering. And me, I work on the power of God. I work on peace. I work on mercy. I work on love. That's how I work on. I don't work on all this demonic energy. Oh, let's force people to take all these pills, all these injections, and just, like, come on, man. Come on, like, even Tiago said this shit cripples you. This shit gives you cancer. This shit does all these certain stuff to you. Like, all these medications, that's what it does, bro. And, they be like, oh, certain people body work differently. Not really. Actually, like, that's a whole excuse, too. That's another excuse they say, too. They're like, oh, yeah, actually, in all actuality, you understand how predestiny works. See, these people don't know how predestiny works. See, so they're going to take advantage of that. Be like, okay, he predestined for heaven, so let's put him on medication, because he predestined for heaven. He already working in the power of God, so we're just going to drug him up on these medications. And in our actuality, do I have the power of God? Yeah, but obviously it doesn't make it right to just, let's throw all these injections and medications and pills at Casey, because, he works in the power of God, and, he's able to get through it. He's able to get through it. But, like, see? But I guess it's also predestined for them to suffer when they burn their health too. So that's the funny thing, because they're still doing satanic stuff, injecting me. And I got like 2 months left. I think I got 2 months left of this stupid injection crap. Then I can just get the fuck off of this shit. And unless they want to court order me again, or like literally, I was petitioning, and dude, it was a setup. It was a setup and shit too, cause like, Like, they tried doing some setup shit to me, like on some witchcraft shit, like have me go to court and shit, to where they wouldn't even let me go to court because they were like being rude to me, and I corrected them for being rude. And they said, oh, Casey being rude for correcting us for being rude. So I was like, what? I'm like, what? So they're like, oh yeah, we can't let him Casey go to court. And then they did a court without me in the mental hospital, because I was petitioned to go to the mental hospital for over doing nothing wrong, just because like my grandma petitioned me for that shit, my witch. And like all the stupid drama and shit based upon me just doing God's will for my life, and not wanting to stress out on shit, on medication, does my grandma take medication? She loves the demons, bro. She loves demonic spirits. That's why like, just because you love demonic spirits does not mean I like demonic spirits. Ugly ass witch. For real. And that's just the truth. And my mom was saying the other day, oh yeah, her feelings are hurt. Okay, well, she should be, because look what she did. She basically, imagine she would have did what she did to my brother to me, bruh. Like that one time, when I was at the house, she was doing some type of punishment on my brother, like sitting on him, teasing him, and then just like laying on him and shit. Like that did not sit right with me when it happened too. And that was years ago. I was a little kid when that shit happened. I'm like, that's rape. Imagine, I was so like, I was pissed in the inside. Like, I was thinking about, like, imagine if that happened to me. I didn't say nothing, but like, and if that would have happened to me, I thought in the inside, I'm grabbing a knife and just slicing her throat and just like ending her. Like that's literally what came to my mind, because like, imagine her doing that to me. Like, no, I ain't letting no ugly ass old woman rape me. Like, how stupid is that? Like, how stupid is that? That's rape. You don't do that shit to a child. You don't just lay down on a child, sit on a child, suffocate them for them just doing what? Like, come on. That's what happened. Oh, because he had an attitude. Yeah, my ass. Like, and they all basically a witch cult too. They all work together. That's what it is, bro. It's all a witch cult. They work together with that's what Tiario said about the family stuff. Like, a lot of people's families are a bunch of witch cults, and then your family actually a bunch of witch cults, and that's what it is, bro. With this whole medication crap, it's all a witch cult shit. This whole group home shit, it's all a witch cult. It's all a witch cult, and it's all satanic. It's all devil worshiping. It's all a bunch of satanic devil worshippers, and that's literally what it is. So I'm not gonna sit here and be deceived by no damn weirdos and think that, oh yeah, they're helping me, when in all actuality they're crucifying me. It's like that Tiario song, like, crucified by evil haters. That's all they're doing. Like, it's logically common fucking sense what they're doing, and they're not gonna get away with it. That's why we see what's happening in the world right now with everything, with the whatever, how all this revelation shit taking place too. But like, we in the wicked last days with this shit too. It's like they pushing the shit in the cult. We already see what these motherfuckers are doing, bro. We already see what these weird Satanists and fallen angels and Satan is scheming up, because they schemed up psychiatry. They schemed up all that witch occult, bro. Because they create all that witchcraft. Like, they're the creators of witchcraft. Satan and the fallen angels, they created this stuff. They created psychiatry. They created all that, all the history of everything. They created all that history. The history was created and informed by fallen angels. So that's just common sense shit, That's just common sense, Ain't nothing wrong with speaking about God. Ain't nothing speaking about truth. Ain't nothing wrong with being spiritual and going through spiritual experiences. You're not mentally ill because you have a spiritual experience. No. You just need guidance in a spiritual way. You don't need no damn medications because you go through some type of spiritual type of experience. Like, when I went through my spiritual experience, my visions, everything I had, they wanted to drug me up instead of trying to, okay, let's be open to the mind of God, to the mind of Jesus, the real black Jesus. Let's be open to the truth and the Holy Ghost. They just like, oh, let's just drug Casey up. That's because they are a bunch of devils. They are working for Satan. They witch doctors. They Satanists. And that's what it is. And And actually, I got all this shit backed up by I don't want to mention her name, but like look up Nicki Minaj, that Ganja Burn song. Obviously this girl on some whatever shit too, but like she at least exposed it a little bit, about the witch doctor stuff and all that stuff. So yeah, so she actually exposed a lot of that stuff too. So like whatever it is, but at least she exposed some of that shit, what they be doing in psychiatry. She called them witch doctors because they literally try doing that shit to her too. And whether she in the call on some undercover shit, whatever the fuck, I don't know. That's between her, God, and the real Black Jesus, whatever deal she makes with God on that shit, whatever it is. But yeah, like back to the topic too. Like it was a topic, but like basically, yeah, No, for real though. I'm like, it's all a bunch of nonsense. It's all a bunch of nonsense. People don't need medication. They need God. They need Jesus, the real Black Jesus. You don't need medication. And for people that say they need medication, they're just paid actors. They're just actors. Basically, that's what they are. They're just actors for the devil. They just actors for the devil. Just to like, cause notice, by them saying that, what does that say? By them saying, oh yeah, some people need medication though. Well, by you saying that because you're trying to get me to think, okay, let's deceive Casey to make him think medication is for him. See what I mean? See that's how they mind manipulate. That's how they mind manipulate things. That's called mind manipulation. That's called mind manipulation right there. So I know how that shit operates. I'm not an idiot. I'm not slow. I'm not retarded. I knew the whole time. It's just like that's how witchcraft works, And the only thing that's gonna make me happy is probably just speaking up and everything too throughout this whole process. And actually, in actuality, like I said, like they have a bunch of demonic spirits attached to these medications. That's what they do. They do a bunch of witchcraft in these labs. They speak spells on these medications. They do a lot of witchcraft on these medications. That's what they do. They speak spells. They speak curses over these medications. That's why some people may take the same medication. They may have a different curse on it. They may have a different spell on it because they speak in different spells and curses over these medications. Just like y'all talking about the music industry, the underground chambers of death, they do the same shit to the medications. I'm thinking they put this shit underground. They probably put these medications underground, curse it. They have witches speak spell over these medications, and that's how they do that shit too. And they do their lab stuff, their lab work and all this stuff, and they speak spells over these medications. That's what they do. They literally speak spells and do chemicals, and that's how they do that shit. That's just common sense shit. That's common sense shit. And that's why some people may get cancer, some people may get this, get that, because they bunch of the Satanists doing that shit, trying to speak demons and stuff. And, they're trying to, do certain stuff to me and shit with that shit. So, I'm like, the fuck out of here. They're trying to basically conjure up demons and demonic spirits around me, trying to control energies, trying to deceive me, trying to, atheize things, trying to, that's why when you wake up, like a lot of times you would wake up with some terrible atheist energy or whatever, like on medications too, on these psychiatric medications. There's some stuff they can do with this shit too, but like, it's all like, it basically is Satan controlling this shit. Like I said, like it's Satan, it's the fallen angels, it's actually God puppeting them to a that. God playing them like fools, like some Judas type shit. Jesus playing Judas type shit. But that's all it is, because it doesn't give them an excuse to do it. It doesn't give them an excuse to let's just because Casey said that we can put Casey on medication because it's all predestiny type stuff. No. But that's literally what, like, there's a lot of stuff that, manipulation when it comes to all that stuff too. So yeah, but yeah, that's why I can't take a stand for the devil kingdom. That's why I can't take a stand for all that stuff, because why would I want to? Why would I want to take a stand for all that satanic medication crap? If you accept that stuff, you going straight to hell with the devil, because that's what the devil created. The devil created all those medications. The devil's the creator of all these psychiatric medications and all these other satanic medications. Like, for real, like all that stuff is straight up demonic. Straight up demonic. straight up witchcraft, straight up voodoo. And that's why I be feeling all these weird energies too on these damn medication crap, because they're doing it basically some ritual voodoo and demonic spells. They're trying to, curse on me, like put curses on me, trying to, literally make me feel certain ways that just like is basically wrong, basically lies, make me feel lie energy, make me feel all that demonic lies. And that's what it is. That's what it's been the whole time. It's been trying to conjure up a bunch of lies to, manifest on me and to make me believe in a bunch of, basically bullshit, basically a bunch of satanic bullshit. And, instead of being like, oh yeah, Casey's right, Casey's, righteous, Casey's, doing what's right, let's just, drug this dude up and just, force a bunch of witchcraft on him. Like, how does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? How long is this video so far? 60 minutes. Okay, I might wrap this shit up. I think I'm gonna wrap this shit up. But like, basically, that's what it is. I'll do more updates about this stuff, about the witchcraft demons they try to do on these medications and stuff. So stay away from this medication. Stay away from. Don't listen to no doctors. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by these witch doctors. Don't be deceived. I'm literally, speaking about my story about this shit, and this shit need to be banned. This witchcraft needs to be banned. Satanism need to be banned, and psychiatry needs to be banned. All this stuff needs to get banned, because this is what they doing. This is what they do. This is what the Satan kingdom has done. This is what the fallen angels have done. This is what they've done. And, all this stuff needs to get banned. Like, watch the Jesus is President video Tiario made on how Jesus gonna ban everything. When he, by him being president, he would do all those things. He would ban the whole nation from everything, and, obviously that's just how it would be. It's all about the New Jerusalem. It's all about the kingdom of heaven. It's all about, and that's what it's all about. So it's not about all those weird lies that the devil pushes out through the government, through all these satanic systems. And I think we all know this already. It's just I had to do a video about this because nobody else is doing videos about this stuff. And yeah, so that being said, much love, peace.